So I would have to say at this point that I am possibly most excited to hear this song that we're about to hear by SB19 because this album or EP has been progressively getting better and better and better. And if you are new and this is the first video you're seeing, I've gone through the whole album so far. This is the 5th track, all 4 other tracks so far, as well as many other of their songs. But I've gone through all the tracks. Now I'm up to this 5th one that a lot of people, when I had first done the first track, people were like, wow, I can't wait for you to get to their ballads. Now I just did okay, I think I'm pronouncing it right. Is it Elau? I was reading a lot of comments trying to dissect how to pronounce it properly, and I think it's Elau. They said rhymes with cow. Either Elau or Ilau, but I think it's Elau. Point being, it was ridiculous. It was so good. So that being said, if the people were recommending that and this, I'm really, really looking forward to checking this one out right here. So if you're new to my reactions, the way I like to do my reactions, being a musician myself that produces my own music, I like to listen to the actual music first, the feel of the song, and kind of just talk about what we're hearing, how they produce the song, and just all around the actual musicality of the song. Especially, this is particular when there's translations that have to be, like in the case of a lot, I see right here I have the lyrics pulled up, that the lyrics are in Tagalog, or at least most of them are, the native Filipino language. So that being said, like if I were to listen to the music while translating lyrics on the screen, like it's just, there's a lot going on and I can't actually listen. So that being said, the way I like to do it is hear the music first, talk about what it like makes me feel about how it's produced and everything, and then from there go on to actually do a separate video of the lyric translation. So stay tuned for that. That is coming up. I'm really looking forward to that. And let's get right into this track. I apologize. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. So if you want to let me know in the comments below or text me, my numbers will be on the screen, of how it's pronounced, that would be great. But let's take a listen to this 5th track in the SB19 EP. Beautiful piano. Alright, I gotta pause this 30 seconds in. This is beautiful. In fact, I actually might like this so far even more than Elau. Just production wise, everything about it, like you feel the emotionality of it, like the singer, like it feels very intimate, not a lot of reverb, very close style vocal. The reverb is comes with sighs. So if you've ever been in like a cathedral and you like clap or talk, you can hear the big sighs of the room. If you've ever been like in a canyon, there's big sighs to the canyon. You hear the reverb. If you've ever been in a really small room, there's not a lot of reverb. In fact, a lot of studios will have like these coatings on the wall to absorb the sound to make it even quieter, right? So that's the lack of reverb that we have. But all that being said is when you're in a big church and you hear if you hear somebody with the reverb, that means you're like really far away from them. So that means if we have a little bit of or no reverb, it means you're really close. So it gives this intimate kind of feel from for the producer's aspect of the vocals. So an intimate vocal production, I would call it. And then from there, the piano sounds glorious. Like it's. I like the mix on this one. I commented on the previous track that it was a little. The vocals were louder than the music, which I wanted to hear more than the music. But people in the comment section had said that they wanted to do that because it really wanted to focus on the vocals of what they were being said because it was such powerful lyrics. And they said probably the same thing for this one too. But I think this is a nice balance between the two so far. What you're hearing is some sort of piano kind of sound, whether it be an electric piano, whether it be regular piano, but you're hearing a little bit of like action on the strings. Like if we listen back a little bit, you actually hear a bit of action on like what I would call the felt. So the way a piano works, and I'm assuming this is what they sound is, it could have been a sampled sound, like where they're actually playing like a VST or like a virtual instrument. But like even in those, like they replicate real pianos, and the way a real piano works is there's strings across the piano, and these felt hammers, they call them, are triggered by the key and hit the strings, and the strings vibrate. And there's a small little felt padding on the strings that make it once you hit the thing, it rings out. But when you lift up the sustain pedal, that little felt, it rings out until you stop hitting it. But then once you how do I say this? Once you, if on the sustain pedal, it lifts up that felt, and that's why they continue to ring out. So if we listen back, you can actually hear like the little like touching of the felt. Ready? Listen closer to the piano. Hear it? It's either that or them hitting the actual keys. You're hearing some sort of like action on the strings, which is really cool. We're also hearing a slow build to the song. We're hearing starting with just a little riff on the keys, and then 15 seconds in, adding a couple light chords in there to add a little bit of depth. Usually the bass end, the lower end of music, adds the majority of the emotion. If you've ever listened to a song, I don't know if you produce your own music, but if you do, if you mute the bass and then you add it back in, you're like, oh wow, it feels so much better. I don't know what it is, but there's the lower parts. Actually, I could explain probably why. Because the lower frequencies, they resonate more in our body. They physically move our body more. I don't know if you've ever been to a loud party or a club or anything, or a concert, and when the bass hits, it actually vibrates your chest. You're actually physically feeling the music, because what music and sound is, it's airwaves. It's a sound wave, traveling through the air. But it's a wave, the same way that anything is a wave, right? And it's actually vibrating your body. So particularly more with the bass sounds. I like the slow build. Sounds like a movie track. Yeah. Cool build up right there. I gotta say, I don't know. Oh, we're right here. Okay, we're right here. I also like, I don't know if you, I was gonna say like I because I can't really follow along with these. I don't know where we are to move these down, but I see it right here. We're right here. I've noticed how they have in the tracks, they highlight the name of the song in here. So let me rewind a little bit, because I was trying to find out where we were in the lyrics. So let me listen back. It's a cool arpeggio. I like the build up. Reverse piano swell. Wait. Oh, they pronounced the words. Let me just see how they said it. LIHAM. There we go. Ooh, piano matching melody. Yeah, I like this cinematic sound. A couple things. One, they like to use that reverse piano sound. So what you do is you play a chord on the piano, whatever chord you want, and then from there you export it or bounce it, you call it, and then you can reverse that sound with whatever effects you want on it, and it gives a cool whoom into the attack kind of sound. We have almost like what I would call like an anticlimactic chorus, I guess you could say, in the sense that like everything's building up, and then it's a down chorus. And it like really makes you pull into the listener. I could see when people commented on the words being louder than the music. I particularly only noticed in the chorus with the piano part. It kind of sounds like the vocals were at the same level that they were with all the instrumentation. But now it's just the piano, so now it seems louder. So I do see that. But when the instruments are all in, I don't notice that as much. But I'm loving this like cinematic movie sound. What's crazy is it's incredibly good. So far, we're only a minute and 46 seconds in. We still got another 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which is like a whole nother song, which I don't know where they're going to take it, because it's already up here quality-wise. So let's see. Heavy hitting drums. So good. These strings are insane. Wow, I really like that pull out where it's like building, and then like a swelling sound, and then build, swelling out. Not yet. Come on. Hear the wind smell? I can't follow along with the lyrics. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm listening too much to the music that I lose my place. I'm sorry if I'm not where we're supposed to be. I hope we're kind of close. I'll look around for the chorus again when it says LIHAM right there. So I'll wait. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. There's a lot to focus on. There's so much going on. I would love somebody, if anybody has contact to SB19, I would love, please, somebody do a breakdown of the production, like a behind the scenes of how they made this track. The music in this is insane. So somebody, please, I'd love to see it, man. I like the percussion. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, this is building up so nicely. Like, so they are doing such a good job with the build up. It is incredible. I really, really have to say. I don't know if any of them go to church. I do know that from what I've learned and from some Filipino people that I work with, that church culture or Christian culture is very heavy in the culture of the Philippines. I don't know what SB19 is and where they stand in that stuff. But with that being said, being a Christian myself, I'm very familiar with a lot of the Christian music industry, and this kind of has this Christian music sound, and it has, which is a genre in itself. Like, a lot of that music kind of has a genre. It's a genre. I don't know how else to explain it, but it all kind of fits into this kind of sound, or often kind of fits into this Christian worship sound. And I don't know if they've been influenced in any way growing up, in whether it be in church or like just influenced in the culture of that. But it has this really familiar, at least to myself, sound. But that also could be because Christian music has a lot of emotion behind it. And whether this song is influenced in any way or not, because I actually don't know the topic of the song yet. There you could tell if there's still a lot of emotion in it. So that being said, I don't know. That's just my interpretation. But I like this. Oh, okay. Scrolling down a little, and dude, Pablo's been writing like insane. Like his music. I actually learned a lot from the comments too. People saying that like he has a degree in literature or English and like in writing and prose, and I was like, this guy really. It is interesting. It's something that I've been trying to do more of myself as a writer. Is like, it is interesting to see when you become more educated in writing, your writing actually increases. And it's just one of those things, like, it's like, oh, it makes a lot of sense, but like, why don't more people do that, including myself? And it's what I've been trying to do more of. It's like trying to expose myself to more literature, reading more poetry, writing different styles, listening to different styles, watching different styles of movies or books or whatever, and just learning. And the more that you learn, you expose yourself to, the more that you can it adds to your writing ability, and it obviously is seen here. It's absolutely. Let's keep going. That walk up. Come on. Oh no! I wanted more of that. I wanted that to repeat. That do 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 do. I wanted that to build. Do 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 do. Maybe build up. Do 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 do. Oh no! I wanted more of that. Repeat. No, I somebody, you gotta chop that up and repeat that because that's such a good section. It's such a good riff that it needs to be heard again. Oh man, I gotta say, this genre of music has a very distinct guitar tone. Like you hear it in SB19's tracks throughout their discography. You also hear this tone a lot in Sergio Ramos, who was the guitar player that played on a lot of Morissette's stuff. So you hear it in Morissette's music, but also in Sergio's style of music. It's just a very interesting, it's a very distinct tone that you hear in this genre of music. I want that piano like today. This thing is sick. That piano is so beautiful. Cool build down. Cinematics are insane. Guitar. I like how often they change singers. Oh, I love that. I love that. Putting the emotion in there. Like he was really feeling it. Like he's crying. I love that. The sliding guitar. Nice. That's cool. You hear the galloping style like drums going on right here, like almost military. Dun 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 dun. Back to the reverse piano. Yeah. Production's so good. So good. A piano is absurd. It's so beautiful. I'm just gonna stop saying, like, I'm gonna stop commenting on how much I like these songs because, like, I keep saying, like, wow, this one might be my favorite, and then the next one comes and like, wow, this one might be my. In fact, it's very rare listening to music that I get chills, and this song actually gave me chills. And I don't even know what the topic is yet. We're gonna do a lyric breakdown in another video. Emotionally, it's incredible though. Incredible emotions. I gotta say, it is so hard to make a song with like emotion like this, and also the cinematography, like the cinematic sounds and the emotional piano, emotional vocals is really hard to do in a well way that doesn't come off cheesy. In a 3-minute song, and they made it in a 6-minute and 24-second song. So now all the extra work that they had to put in, pretty much double the amount of work for a typical song, and they did an unbelievably good job. I'm incredibly impressed. So I'd love to know your perspective. Send me a text is the best way to reach out, and let me know what you want to check out next. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and shout out to SB19. This was incredible.